If you own a classic Volvo 140 series, Triumph TR6 or Jaguar E-Type, you've probably seen this rectangular plastic piece on the side of your Zenith Stromberg carburetor. It's the temperature compensator. Patrick's Garage. In my owning, I have two different setups. My Volvo 140 series with the B18 engine doesn't have this device, but my Volvo 140 series with B20 engine does. Today I'm going to explain why this was added, why it caused so many headaches and what owners usually do to fix it. The temperature compensator was introduced primarily as anti-pollution equipment. As emission standards got stricter in the late 60s and 70s, manufacturers had to find ways to keep the fuel-air mixture from getting too rich when the engine bay hot. When you're stuck in traffic and your engine heat soaks the carburetors, the air becomes less dense. Basically, hot air means less oxygen. As the air inside the car gets hot, it becomes thin or less dense. This means there isn't enough oxygen to burn all the fuel that jet is providing, creating an overly rich mixture that makes engines stumble and increases pollution. To compensate, this device is designed to leak a little extra air into intake to lean out the mixture. It's basically an automatic air bleed valve controlled by a bimetallic strip inside this hose. The issue is that these devices are very fragile. If you're buying a used carburetor or looking at one that was spoiled by a previous owner, be careful. Inside there is a small nut used for calibration. If someone didn't know what they were doing and tightened that nut all the way down, they likely bent the bimetallic strip. Once that strip is deformed, the compensator won't open at the right time, or it might stay open forever, causing a massive vacuum leak that makes your car impossible to correct. Because regulating the operating temperature of these units is quite difficult for the average guy. Many enthusiasts take a different road. Instead of fighting with a faulty compensator, a common mode is to block it off entirely. Owners often seal the passage with tape or solid casket. But how to adjust the Zenith Stromberg after that improvement? Volvos in early 70s were equipped with a non-adjustable pressed-in jets. Now you can update your carburetor with an adjustable main jet. If you want to keep your car original, keep in mind that these compensators are different for different carburetors. A unit from Triumph might have a different calibration or fitment than one from a Jaguar or Volvo. The good news is that you can still find them online. Whether you need a new plastic cover, the rubber seals, or the entire assembly, there are online stores supplying these parts. Whether you choose to keep the system active on your 20 engine Volvo, or you prefer the simplicity of the earlier B18 setup, understanding this device is the key to smooth idle. If your car stumbles only when it's hot, look right here at the temperature compensator. First, it's one of those classic Stone Age solutions to pollution, and while it's a bit finicky, it's a huge part of Zenith Stromberg history. I'm going to keep working on this B20 setup too. If you've blocked yours off or replaced it with a brand new, let me know in the comments how it changed your drivability. I'll catch you in the next one on Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Click the subscribe button and notifications bell so that way you can be notified as soon as I upload new videos about car repairing.